Hello, welcome to Cameron and Matt's Math Special. Today we're learning about
Slope fields. They're hard.
Now I know they can be confusing, but we're going to take you step by step to figure them out.
Today our equation is dy dx equals x plus 2y.
Now the first thing you want to do is set up some x and y t-charts so you can figure out the points and therefore plug them in to get the slope. You'll need 3 t-charts because your thing goes from -1 to 1.
Just look at him go.
Cameron, why don't you explain what slope fields are? They're also known as vector fields.
As you saw in our presentation. I know a lot of you are too smart for the old t-chart, but we're just taking you the basic way, the easy way, through these simple steps so that you understand it completely and fully. We don't want you to get confused anywhere.
Cameron, why don't you explain what I've done here?
So, these are the points on this graph that we have, right here, this graph.
The one in green.
And he's going to plug them in for this equation, right here, this derivative. It's a derivative. And with those points, he's going to get the slope, because the derivative is obviously the slope, as we have learned. And he's going to make a line on this graph, or I will make the line on this graph, exactly the way the slope would look if it was a line passing through this point.
What's so great about this method of finding the slope field, or using the slope field, is that you don't need your calculator. It's simple mathematics. So Cameron, let's plug in this first one, -1, 2. -1 plus 2 times 2 is 3.
So where are we? -1, 2. So 3?
Yes.
That's a relatively positive slope, so it gets a relatively steep line.
-1 plus 2 times 1 is just 1.
That's just your average 1, 1 slope.
-1 plus 2 times 0 is -1.
-1. That's
You gotta go from left to right. I know it's a little tricky, but bear with us. -1 plus 2 times -1.
-3.
Now that's a slightly more negative slope than -1. Moving to the next set of values. 0 plus 2 times 2. It's 4.
4. Even steeper than that one. Oh boy.
0 plus 2 times 1.
2.
See, kids, you don't need a calculator. Simple mathematics. 0 plus 2 times 0.
Oh boy. That's an unusual one.
Remember, kids, anytime a number is multiplied times 0, it's 0. 0 plus 2 times -1.
-2.
That's slightly less steep than the -3, but more steep than the -1.
And it doesn't matter if they're a little off. It'll all end up the same in the end, more or less.
Moving on to our third and final set of values. Oh, this is exciting. I love slope fields.
Me too.
1 plus 2 times 2.
5.
That's a big slope.
Whoa, Nelly, that's almost
Straight up.
down.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oof. 1 plus 2 times 1.
Wow, another big one. 3.
1 plus 2 times 0.
1.
Remember, kids, anything times 0 is 0. 1 plus 2 times -1. -1.
I just dropped the mark, I'm sorry.
There you have it, kids. That's a slope field, done as simple as you can.
And now, you draw the...
Most sensible line you can. Draw it for them, Cameron.
Something like that.
Wow, that's an interesting line. Aren't you glad we did this?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our show, kids. Come back next week. We're going to be learning about derivatives.